Last night's game was not one to be proud of as a Raptors fan. This was probably one of their worst offensive games of the season. They shot well from three, right? The Raptors shot 40% from three last night against the LA Clippers, and they overall played a good defensive game, had a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers by the Clippers. Their defense was suffocating at times. And then this game unfolded in a way that kind of was expected as a Raptors fan. There's just so much difficulty for them offensively. They really, really struggle scoring the ball, and tonight was exemplary of that. And they're chucking threes and hitting them, and then everything else was going wrong. And unfortunately, the highlights aren't going to showcase a lot of what went wrong. It's really mostly just going to be an offensive showing. It's going to show you all the buckets, but what happened in between these was a lot of struggles for Toronto offensively. For the most part, it was just a little bit of sloppy turnovers, and then also just bad shot selection in the paint. Either pick and roll opportunities where they got the ball to the guy who needed to, so say it was like Precious and Fred VanVleet, and then Freddie ends up dishing the pass to him, and Jakob ends up fumbling the layup, dropping the ball, hits off his leg, misses the shot. Same thing with like Precious. Anybody pretty much in the paint was struggling. Pascal was kind of struggling in the mid-range today. Freddie struggled in the mid-range. Scotty Barnes had a few turnovers, one where he bodied Paul George to the ground, and then the ball came to him at around the free throw line, and he threw up a lob to nobody. Right, it was an airborne lob that just went right out of bounds. This was a sloppy one for both teams, and obviously one of the things I want to highlight is what happened after the game, which actually we have to go back to the third quarter where Fred VanVleet got a tech, and what he said to get that tech was simply, "Let's keep playing through all the BS," is what he said. But he obviously didn't say BS. And the ref, I can't remember his name right now, but he took it personally. Somebody who's 3 technicals out of Freddie's 8 in his career were given by this exact same ref. And I feel like at this point, Fred VanVleet felt it was personal, and the team kind of got hit by all these techs and weren't able to win this game. But you know what? We're still going to go through the highlights because it's always fun when Kawhi plays against the Toronto Raptors. And I think in this game, we're going to really see a lot of wishy-washy offense. And a lot of the time, most of the shots are tough shots. Like, that's a great shot by Scotty Barnes. That's a beautiful running hook. Something he can do offensively in his bag. And just you can just see the mess that this game is. Like, right there, like, that's a great transition run. Toronto was great in transition. I don't know why I can't say that word right now. Toronto was great in transition in this game, but it was because of offensive plays like this where they were very physical, and Toronto had to really turn up the physicality. And early in this game, like, the offense was just brutal, and you can see by the score, it's 4-4. It's a nice spin bucket by Spicy, and honestly, early in this game, the offense was pretty fluid. Scotty missing that jam, that would have been a highlight. That would have been a highlight right there. But they were good on the glass, good offensively early in this game compared to the Clippers, who were really, really rough coming into this one. And the Clippers have been playing really poorly lately. I think they were 3-7 in the last 10. Like, they have been kind of fumbling, but they've been playing against really good teams down that stretch. There's another steal by Toronto running in transition right to Scotty with the lay with the right hand. You got to kiss it off the glass like that. And, like, look, it's 15-11 with 2.5 minutes left in this game. Like, I can't even speak to what happened in between these buckets, and it was pretty much just like very, very poor offensive plays by both teams. And Toronto's physicality early was good, but inevitably led to them giving off a lot of free throws in the third and fourth quarter, which led to them losing. They were unable to bring it back quick enough. There's OG with the reverse dunk. It was a nice dunk, and Toronto up early in this game, holding them. You just see, look at this defense. Look at how much they suffocate the players. And then it's another transition bucket. This is something they did good really early in this game, something they need to do if they want to be competitive, because their half-court offense is not great, obviously. And there's OG just pulling up from 3. 3 ball. Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what the boys there for. That's what OG's specialty. And there's Thad in the pick and roll. A little bit sloppy here, but Toronto just attacking the paint, getting down low, getting inside. That's what they needed to do, and they weren't able to convert on a lot of their internal opportunities. Their three ball was actually good, and their defense was tremendous. Like, there's another steal right there. Oof, that was a tough block, but Boucher comes back. The follow-up jam. That was nasty. Is that Russ? Ooh, that was nice. Gotta give him that. That was pretty nice. All right, respect. Respect to the boy Russ for that one. And then Jakob gives it right back to him. Look at this. He just says, nah, B. Come on. Come on, short king. I think he's like 6'4", 6'3", but whatever. We're not comparing, okay? But yeah, this is just where you see the Raptors come in and spicy with the spin. Classic Pascal Siakam with the spin. Toronto ended up taking 96 field goal attempts in this game. There's Pascal Siakam off the pick and pop with the three, just a quick brush screen into an open three ball, the corner, and he can hit that. We've seen that static three ball has been good since 2019. Something he can do. He's been working on the rest of his game. And this is the type of shot right here, so beautiful, that he has been developing, and this year has been really good for him. And early in this game, it was all going for him. So even there, like a nice dish, and then it was just Jakob with a quick little step through, pump fake into a nice, easy lay. It's the type of thing that he can do, is operate in the paint and kind of give the other players opportunities. There's Scotty with the three. Give me that, Scotty. That was beautiful right there. But like, just, yeah. I don't remember what the tangent I was going on, but there's Freddie with the 3-2. He ended up hitting 3 threes in this game. Shot 3 of 8 from 3. Everything else inside the paint. It's kind of tough, but his three ball was looking nice. Even this shot. Oh, from deep. Oh my God. This guy doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care who's in front of him. Pascal to OG. With a nice little step back jumper. Just crisp. Just crispy. And you see this is that low offensive game I was mentioning. 53-51. There's a nice pick and roll there. And Freddie just hitting that tough fadeaway jumper. Raptors really taking in the opportunity to hit these tough shots. And yeah, as I was saying, it was 96 field goal attempts to 71 for the Clippers. The Raptors shot 25 more field goal attempts. And I know a lot of people are going to be blaming the refs for this loss, but you have to, at a certain point, look at their offensive capabilities in the half court, or their execution, I guess, whatever you want to call it, as being the barometer for success and what caused them to lose this game. Like against the Nuggets, totally can blame the refs in the end of that game. But for this one, it was just Toronto's inability to execute offensively. Like, they had 25 extra attempts from the field, and they hit 2 less shots. They hit 37. LA Clippers hit 39. And the Raptors shot 40% from 3. Like, they actually hit a lot of threes in this game. I think they hit 13 threes. Like, they actually played good in every facet. But inside the paint, these types of plays when they're driving in, like, this is something where they depend on Siakam, who did okay in this facet of the game, but it was kind of everything else around that in between the cracks of this game where inside the paint, the Raptors just weren't able to convert on opportunities. And you got to give some credit to the Clippers defense. You can see it here, like, leading to this late shot, but you know, OG's like that, so it doesn't matter. But for the most part, this was just one of those games where they weren't able to convert inside the mid-range. And yeah, I think part of that is when they do attack the paint, you have a guy like Ivica Zubac in there. He actually has quite an impact on your offense. There's Pascal with the and one on the spin. His favorite move around Kawhi, too. Come on. Come on, baby. Raptors all of a sudden down 11 with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, looking to keep this game close. And obviously you go to Pascal, stopping that scoring run. He's been their guy this year. And you just see him continuously taking difficult shots and attacking and just distributing too. It's just really awesome to see his growth as a player. I'm interested to see kind of where he continues to take it, because you can continue to develop other pieces around him and build the team in a way that's more suited offensively to cater to his skill set. There's Gary with a nice step back. He had a tough game overall, ended up having 7 points. Didn't shoot too well, but it came off the bench. And we all know bench Gary ain't that guy. We need starter Gary. That's the type of player. There he goes with the 3-ball there. Nice shot right there. He's the type of guy that he likes starting. He's an offensive, just a fire hose. He's just going to shoot a lot of shots and a lot of threes, and, he might not. Scotty in this game took a lot of field goal attempts. I think he ended up shooting 21 shots. The team has just enabled him to just go crazy, and there he was with a nice dish to Chris Boucher, who's had a great year in the 3-ball in the corner. And now down the stretch here, Raptors still down 11, looking to cut into this lead. See here the high pick and roll with Freddie. You see the defensive attention he draws, Kawhi and Ivica Zubac, leaving a wide open OG who's one of Toronto's better shooters, led to that open bucket. And honestly, they just have to, right now the 3-ball is going. They should continue to hit that volume high, right? Shoot more threes. They shot a third of their shots from 3. I would have liked to see them shoot, just given the way this game was flowing. Their perimeter game was looking really good. Their ability to condense in the paint and dish it out was solid comparatively to their mid-range shots and their low post shots, and anything else inside the 3-ball line was really brutal today. And here's Scotty going in with the hook shot, and then he follows it up with the bucket. With 3 minutes left here, Raptors down 10, looking to make a little bit of a run like they always do. The last 2-minute Raptors are the greatest team in NBA history. There's OG missing the 3, and then the follow-up by our boy Scotty B with the floater. Then here he is again, a minute and a half left. Doing some dribbles, doing that dribble moves, pushing in, just being big. Getting his own rebound, and then out to OG. Open 3, that's cash. That's cash from our boy. And then the last 10 seconds here, Pascal with the 3 is short. And that ends the game here. That ends the game. Toronto falling down the standings continuously. It's funny because I think you could clip all these videos together and kind of put together a compilation of me projecting where they're going to end up. And slowly the bar is lowering to play-in standards. And at this point, we want to see a play-in game or 2 in Toronto. See them try and push up to the 7, and then see where they can go from there. Miami, Atlanta are the 2 teams, I think, to keep your eye on, right? So as fans, we got to watch their games, see how things are unfolding for them. They lost, the Miami Heat did, yesterday. I believe the Hawks won, but the Heat lost to the Cavaliers last night. So as Toronto loses, they don't end up bridging the gap more, unfortunately, but they don't end up moving further away either. So there is still some positivity. There are still games left, and Toronto's just got to put together a little bit of a run, despite everything that's happening with the refs and everything that's happening outside of the game. They just have to kind of sit down, put in the work, start grinding, and I think things will unfold properly for them. Thank you guys for listening once again. If you made it all the way this far, I really appreciate it. This is a new series that I'm starting where I'm just going to be continuing to cover Toronto Raptors and cover the games. If there's other ways you want me to do this, other things that I could try that would be interesting to you as a fan to watch, just let me know what you'd like to see. I keep my eyes on the comments on Instagram, DM me, whatever you want to do. But I appreciate you listening if you made it this far. Make sure to like the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.